So as we all know, iOS 17 is a big update and it comes with a lot of new features. These include interactive widgets, new wallpaper settings. So if we go to our wallpaper, add new wallpaper, as you can see there, we have our new wallpaper, which actually has dark and light modes. So that's pretty cool, and you can go automatic on this. So in your dark mode, it will do that. You can turn your depth effect on and off. So there's a cool feature there. Not much has changed. We just have a couple new wallpapers like kaleidoscope. So we can scroll through those and go through. And the cool fact about these is these wallpapers, if we go over, are actually iOS 12 wallpapers. So on my 6, these are the wallpapers on iOS 12, but just in a kaleidoscope form. Except this one, and this one is, but this one is new. So they added one new one in, but all those other flower ones are on actual iOS 12 wallpapers. So it's kind of cool they brought those in a different theme. But that's about it for the new wallpaper section. We have more astronomy ones. We have the moon and every singular planet. So if you like that, that's what you get. So that's pretty cool. We have more detailed info on the moon now, but we don't have any more detailed stuff on any other planets. So there's that. Just some quick wallpaper stuff to go through there. And it works very great. The phone is going great. Everything's working fine. And one other change I've noticed is that in Find My, instead of like saying the date, it just says 2 week ago or 2wk.ago, which means weeks ago, which is kind of cool, cleaner. Everything looks a little cleaner. And it's not the most feature-packed update, but there's some cool stuff like the new call sheet. If I can find a good demonstration to that. Let's see. Without exposing any numbers here. So, but I can't. But if I go to contacts, I just don't want to expose anything here. One of the biggest changes really is the contact card. So if you go to edit on a contact, or if you go to someone's contact, you get these little images that you can set for yourself. I don't want to expose stuff, so I'm not trying to show it here. But yeah, you can kind of set your own thing. It's just pretty cool. Here's another one I did for another contact thing. As you can see, it's just a tree, but it's made with a filter. So you can create one of these just by hitting plus, adding a photo, going to photos. Let's say I want to use this one. I can choose that, and that's the photo to the contact. Now I can choose a poster. So I can go to photos. I can change, I didn't add a name, but I'll do this, make it thick, and there's that. I can go through any colors I would like here, whatever I like best. There's a few colors. You can change some customizations of these and make the font colors a little different, or the colors a little different. So let's just do this. We'll hit done, review poster, and I can continue. I didn't add a name to the contact, so if I do that, let's go. Done. Here is the contact card for it. So pretty cool. You can then again go into edit, edit, and you can create multiple for a contact too, as you can see here. You can create a new one, kind of just like the wallpaper settings, so that is pretty cool. Let's just discard changes and delete this whole contact, if I can, because I don't need it. So that's pretty cool on that. That's basically the main feature. We do have interactive widgets. I have watchOS 2. I have all the updates, so we gotta make a lot of videos. But what is my most annoying bug? And I want to make this video real quick. What is my most annoying bug? The keyboard. The keyboard. And let me tell you, if I get a text and I click it and hold it, for example, like this, clicking it and holding it, and it supposed to pop the keyboard up. It does. I start typing, and then it like doesn't type on the thing anymore, the little bar. So I go to swipe up. Oh, that sucks. My keyboard's still there. Shut the phone off. The keyboard's still there. So it's just really buggy. And then if I make my way in to messages and where I can actually, I've got a spam here, where I can type. The same thing sometimes occurs. I'm typing, and as I'm typing, sometimes it just stops, freezes up here, and the keyboard sticks. Sometimes the keyboard doesn't even come up. I was going into app search, swiping down, and the keyboard thing came up, but didn't come up. I went into YouTube, went to search, and it still didn't come up. So the keyboard is really needing a fix here, and that's really my biggest problem. So what problems do you guys have with iOS 17? Comment below. Something's weird going on here. What is going on in my widgets, in my weather app? It's thinking my location is Las Vegas, and I wish, but it isn't. So let's get it right. I don't know, and it's screwing up my home screen, and I wish that was my location, but it isn't, so. Okay, it's fixed. Anyway, if we go to a clear place, this is really cool. It actually shows the moon, which I think is really cool. As you can see there's the moon in the side, and this is actually the real moon phase for each place, and the real moon location for each place, which I find pretty cool. It's a nice added detail to the weather app. Everything in the weather app really works way better. We got a lot more features down here. We have moon information. Wherever that average thing is confusing me. They fixed it in this beta, but it said -3. And I'm like, is it -3 outside right now? And I'm like, no, it ain't. But they got a nice new wind thing here. We got 4-mile-an-hour wind and then 8-mile-an-hour gusts. And a nice moon platter right here. And you can go through this, and it shows the actual moon turning and changing color. And you can click to get to today. So you can go way back and go all the way up to May 1st, or I can go way forward all the way up to August 1st. So yeah, you can go to the first of every month, I guess. It's pretty cool. Nice little added features in the weather app, and everything just gets nice little upgrade things. And the phone works really fast. I mean, unlocking, locking the phone, it works really fast. As you can see here, I didn't notice this, but when I went to set this wallpaper, I noticed this cool little effect. So I went to set it, and it created this black effect on the top there, which I find pretty dang cool. I didn't even notice that till a day after I set the picture as my wallpaper, and I thought it was pretty dang cool. I don't know if it uses the picture and says, this might look good, like an automated thing or what, but I do like it. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, other than that keyboard thing, this has been running good for me. I don't have as much to say about iOS 17. And we do a new accessibility mode too, which I could point out. You go to accessibility, down to assistive access, and turn that on. You can actually create applications you can use and options for this. This is for people that might have an iPhone that supports the latest iOS 17 and just can't see well or can't touch things well, or this is going to be really nice for them. I didn't know you could use a wallpaper. You can set yourself a wallpaper too. I thought it was just white. I could enter this, but then it takes a while to enter. But you can use every app. Every single app you can use. It's just there's going to be the ones that are designed for it, like your contacts, your messages, your phone, your FaceTime, your camera. And if it's not designed for it, it's going to be shrunk to kind of accommodate that back button you're going to see there to go back to the home screen of the assistive access thing. That's only for people who need it, of course, but it is a different kind of software for the phone, which is kind of cool, in a way. It just takes a while to enter and a while to exit, which they might fix. You got personal voice, too, which... Oh, you need your Face ID to do that. Okay, let's see. So then it's going to say... Oh, geez, you got to read 150 phrases out loud. It could take about 15 minutes. And then it will create and securely store your personal voice. Then you can... I might want to try this and just see what happens. So, but if people like, okay, how do I explain this? If you think you're gonna lose your voice or something and never be able to speak again, you can say 150 phrases or words or read something, and for 15 minutes and 150 phrases, and then it's gonna create that. My thing is this: what if you actually broke your phone or erased your phone? You wouldn't have that anymore, and you'd never be able to hear yourself again. But other than that, it's still a cool feature to have on the iPhone. So that's another thing. I'll try that and see what I get out of it. I just don't. Tonight I don't feel like saying 150 words, plain and simple. But yeah, other than that, we got standby mode, which is also really cool. I haven't even used this yet. If you take yourself a charger, a MagSafe charger, and flip your phone into landscape mode, you get a nice little standby mode. Except you can only use it forever, or it only stays on forever with phones that are always on display. And this phone isn't, so it will turn off, and then I'll have to like wave my hand or, Jesus, whatever kind of gets that to trigger. But yeah, other than the keyboard, everything's been working okay for me. Battery health is 91 on this. What? It's 91 already. I got this phone in November. Batteries are crazy. Battery has been okay. I use my phone a ton though. I was downloading videos all day. I was, doing a lot on here. So the last 10 days, my battery usage was around 200%, which for me is normal. For me is actually really normal. So, but it is a little more. I used to get around 150. 150 battery percent use. So 200 is about 50% more. So it is. Come on, people, quit texting me. Jesus, quit! I know, I'm making a video. Anyway, yeah, 150 is where I'm usually at, 175% usage. So we're getting a little high in the usages there, but my activity is also very high. And the problem with me is I don't shut my phone off. If I'm using it, it's on, and then if I'm not, it's on. I don't click that button most of the time. It's usually always just sitting on. We were cleaning rocks, I was cutting the grass, and I realized each time I pulled my phone back out, it was still on. So that's my problem. But the battery has not been, too bad. For me. I've heard some people it's horrible. And it isn't the best for me either. It could be better, but at least it's not too bad. So, other than that, the keyboard is the really only problem I've been experiencing. If you guys have any other problems, comment down below if YouTube don't turn my comments off like they always do. But yeah, I'm on the latest software of it. We're build numbers H, which means we're kind of close to the end of the numbers there. So, yeah, they've changed this update screen so much. The bold font, yeah. So just comment down below if you guys have had any problems with iOS 17, if you're waiting for the final release or the public beta. I was going to wait for the public beta, but I realized they changed it to be free. So now all updates, if you sign up for Apple Developer, which is free, you just have to sign up and be 18 years or older. And I'm not, but here's what I did. I just created a different Apple ID, which is older, and I hit beta updates, and I clicked that Apple ID down there and signed in with that one. I had installed iOS 17, no problem. So, yeah, I don't know why they do that. Literally, that is the easiest get around ever. But I guess they have to, which is good. But yeah, as long as you can sign up for that for free now. But I do not recommend to you guys to do this, as this is for people who like to test the software. I shouldn't be doing this on my main device. Not like it's going to hurt my device, but it will create a problem. And it has been creating a problem. My keyboard has been bugging the crap out of me. I have to sometimes shut my phone off, and sometimes I cannot use the keyboard unless I restart it, and sometimes I don't have time to do that. So I do not ever recommend installing it right away, at least. You can install it before the public beta, but I recommend at least till beta 2 or 3, just to make sure, because I installed it beta 1, and it was buggy, and it's going to happen. So if you want to install the public beta, it's just safe, and the final release is really safe. If you really you really just want to use your phone, you really don't care about the updates, that's where you want to go. But public beta 2, if you're going to install that, comment below. I installed the developer beta when I realized literally the first day. So, yeah. I'm going to make a video about watchOS 2, which is just crazy. Oh my god, there's not one thing the same on the watch. And iPads have got some new cool changes too. So yeah, pretty cool. These have been I mean, it's not crazy, but it's definitely, you know, refined. The call screens are really nice when you get a call. And I like that. FaceTime, I'm sorry, holy crap. If someone doesn't answer a FaceTime call to, which I can't demonstrate, you're going to get a screen that says, would you like to do the following things? Would you like to call back? Record a video to send to the person as a voicemail, but since you're using FaceTime, it'll be like a video message to them that they can later review, or close. So you'll get those options. If the person that is using it doesn't have iOS 17 on their phone, the record a video button will be grayed out on your phone. So once they install it, they'll be able to use that button as well and review your video messages, and they'll be able to give you video messages if you miss your FaceTime call. So there you go. There's a few simple features of the iPhone or iOS 17. I'm going to do the watch and iPad 2. I didn't even install the new tvOS. Was there one? It probably doesn't have anything new. But Mac OS 2 I got to do one on. I haven't found much new in that. Anyway, the keyboard's been the major problem for me on the iPhone. Not even the iPad I haven't had a problem with. Just my iPhone. So yeah, comment below if you had that same problem on iOS 17. If you're running it, I'd be really curious to know. Alright, see you guys in the next video. I gotta figure out how to get this light.